Welcome back to the Trade with Resolve channel. If you're new to the channel and interested in viewing live day trades, platform tutorials, or learning basic trading terminology, then please consider subscribing to the channel. I'm currently scanning through my watch list here to look for a potential setup. Alright, so I like Alibaba here. We've had quite a bit of selling pressure at this point, and so I'm going to look for a potential quick scalp opportunity. Now, this will be a counter trend play, so I'm going to look to get in and out very quickly. Alright, so I'm now in the trade with 3 contracts at 142. So I'm just taking a very small position size here. One, because it's a counter trend play and it's not necessarily my favorite setup. And two, is this is Alibaba. It tends to have a wide spread, and so just to mitigate risk, I'm going to use a smaller position size. And so again, I'm not expecting a massive move to the downside, just a quick scalping opportunity. So let's see what happens with the price action here. I sold one contract here for an $11 profit. So at this point, I'm holding the 2 remaining contracts, looking to see if we can get a little bit more movement to the downside. So as you can see, Alibaba is starting to bounce here. So that really isn't a surprise, since I knew going in that this was a counter trend setup. And so I really should have been a little bit more quick and aggressive with my profit taking. It looks like this support zone is starting to hold here on Alibaba. And so I do have a stop loss in mind right around that 185.50 zone. So if we get back to that area, I'm going to have to cut this trade and take a loss on those last 2 contracts. So let's see what Alibaba decides to do here. So take a look at the buyers stepping in here. So I'm going to go ahead and exit out of this position because we are at my stop loss zone. So I am all out for a $29 loss. I made a profit on the first contract but took a loss on the 2 remaining contracts. And so I just wasn't aggressive enough with taking the profits on that quick move to the downside. I ended up getting a little bit greedy, and so I'm now down on the position with a $29 loss. Alright, so not the best start to the day. So what I'm going to do now is scan my watch list and look for another good opportunity. All right, so Facebook has given us a nice move to the downside. So at this point, I am looking for a retracement for a potential short opportunity. So let's see what Facebook decides to do here. So Facebook is starting to give us a retracement here, but I'm looking at the type of retracement. So I'm looking for Facebook to show some sign of weakness so that I can enter into a potential short opportunity. But at this point, this move to the upside is looking very powerful. So I'm just going to wait and see what happens with it. I'm not going to enter into a trade until Facebook has met my criteria. Take a look at Facebook. It ended up breaking out here. So initially my trade idea was to wait for a retracement for a potential short opportunity, but Facebook did not exhibit any form of weakness, and instead it ended up breaking out. So at this point we are approaching the high of day here. So that short trade idea that I had in mind did not end up playing out, therefore no execution on the trade. And so I'm still waiting for another potential setup here to see if I can come back from this first losing trade that I took this morning. Patience is sometimes required. Some mornings you will see great setups immediately. Other mornings you really have to work and wait for good setups to develop. And this is just one of those types of mornings where I'm having to be extremely patient and wait for opportunities. I'm currently watching Apple here. I'm looking to see if we can get a potential breakout here on Apple. At the moment, we are in a period of consolidation, so there's not much happening, but I am looking for a potential move to the upside. So Apple is still in a period of consolidation. We've been consolidating now for about 30 minutes, but I am going to go ahead and alert members to let them know to keep Apple on watch, because I do believe we're going to see a breakout trade, but it's just going to require a bit more time for Apple to make up its mind, and hopefully we'll see some more life back in Apple shortly. All right, so Apple is finally starting to show some life here. So I'm going to go ahead and prepare my order. And I'm looking to buy 10 call contracts here. And I am going to go ahead and enter into the trade. So I bought 10 call contracts at 66 cents. Let's see if the price of Apple can give us a nice push to the upside. am all out of the Apple trade for a $152 profit, which equated to roughly a 24% gain. So all in all, a decent trading day. I was able to overcome that first losing trade. However, Apple required quite a bit of patience today before it finally gave us a nice breakout to the upside. I hope you enjoyed this live day trade, and if you did, please consider subscribing to the channel and giving the video a like. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.